I've been thinking about the moments where I learned to mask, the moments where the more of Jonkun awakened within me and alchemized my life into masquerade. I've been thinking about sharing these stories with you in hopes that somehow you would see yourself reflected through me. These stories, they're sketches of my character. Latouche. That was the name of the nurse who helped usher me into this world. Beyond my mother, she is the only other woman to whom I owed the most gratitude. Yet for years, I held a quiet grudge against her because she named me. A name that for much of my life had to be followed with a quick correction every time I introduced myself. No, my name doesn't mean demon, I would say, rehearsed and weary, as if the correction could unstick the impression it already made. I was born into a world so afraid of a myth with 2 syllables, demon. But it seems as though I was already ordained this character, this myth, before the name was even bestowed upon me. There was God, and there was gay. Transfiguration, transgression. Divine, devil. I spent my childhood defending what felt natural to me but incomprehensible to everyone else. My difference was never in the spelling of my name, but rather who I am and how that shaped the world around me. Pastor Blair once pronounced my fate from the pulpit. Born into sin, child, only salvation and the blood of Jesus can save you. It took years and many small deaths and rebirths. Violence endured, erasure survived, until I found grace within myself. Grace, the midwife of my becoming. Through her, I learned to rename myself, to reclaim my divinity, to release the tragic lie that I was ever separate from God. My ancestors knew this truth long before I did. In their rebellion, they wore the devil mask and Jonkun not as surrender, but as a reflection. They dressed in the garish colors of their oppressors' fears, turning mockery into a revelation. The enslaved put on rags and horns to reflect back what their masters claimed was holy. To those watching, their masquerade was foolish, ridiculous even. And yet, behind those masks were the only honest faces in the field. That history lives in my bones. I don't carry a pitchfork, I carry a reflection. Yet still I've been labeled as dangerous, a terror, a corrupter of innocence. While their corruption smiles from pulpits and boardrooms sanctified in the name of providence. If their order needs violence to survive, then my freedom, my unapologetic existence becomes their scandal. The mask I wear is an old trick to turn the reflection back at them until they recognize the shape of their own contradictions. It is patient, deliberate, necessary work. So they'll keep calling me devil because it is easier to deflect than to reflect. But I know the truth. Like any mirror, the image is reversed. I'm not the one who deceives like the devil. I am the one who lived true.